All right, hello everybody. It's already Friday. Of course, that tends to happen when you have a week that's only 2 days. But hope everybody had a good opportunity to kind of figure out what was going on with things on the web page. Hopefully you were able to figure out what the assignments were and all of those things. Just a couple of updates having to do with that. Number one, keep in mind that my whole idea here is that you should be able to work on an assignment for a day, 2 days, something like that, and then ask some questions and get some feedback from me. So there's kind of a two-part process. You work on an assignment. I will start posting links, and I'm actually going to start doing Google surveys starting actually Friday. And you'll be able to basically list any questions you have. I'll pick the most commonly recurring questions, and I'll post either a video or written solutions to maybe 3 to 5 of those questions. The following class period, you can go back and fix those things. Once I post solutions to questions that people have asked, I will post the assignment in Schoology. You'll see a link that should enable you to do an electronic submission. So there's a due date. The due date is when you ask questions. The following class period is when you'll actually turn in the assignment. So you'll be finishing up section 6.5 today. We won't be turning that in probably till Monday. But again, that submission link is always going to come when I post questions, answers to questions that people have asked about. So that was something that people had some questions about. Make sure that you're always checking the daily agendas. Those are still going to be posted in the agendas navigation part of the page where they've been posted all year. And that'll very carefully lay out what you're supposed to do for each class period. And I'm sure that'll get easier as we kind of start to get into a rhythm. For the time being, I also plan to do the daily check, so make sure you're going in there and clicking so that I know that you've seen the assignments for the day. What's supposed to happen on Friday? Well, if there are videos on surface area or area or volume that you haven't taken a look at already, make sure you take a look at those. Make sure that you post any questions that you've run into so far for 6.5, and I do have the Google survey link up for that already. The main assignment for Friday is to what would have been a whiteboard activity had we been in class. It's an assignment mostly having to do with area and volume. There are some regular polygons, but there are also some things having to do with angle measures, using right triangles to find lengths of things, just kind of a summary of some of the big ideas from area and volume from geometry. So again, if you haven't seen the videos yet, you might want to look at those carefully before you do that. The PowerPoint that I've posted is basically a self-check. You're going to go through, you'll try each problem. I have a slide, and then the next slide has the repeat of the question and it has the answer. So you should be able to check, make sure you're doing everything right. I haven't posted it yet, but I do plan to post worked out solutions for that PowerPoint. So you'll be able to see how you're doing tomorrow. Hopefully you can use the answers to figure out anything that you missed, but if you do need extra help, eventually I will be posting that. Should be up either Friday morning or possibly sometime over the weekend. We'll see how early I can get that up. The primary assignment for Friday is to finish section 6.5. Okay, so remember, as you're working through that, post any questions you might have through the link that I've provided for questions for 6.5. Over the weekend, I will take a look at those questions that people might have, and probably Monday post some solutions to questions and a link to submit that. And of course, you can take a picture, you can scan it. So, keep in mind, these are really challenging problems. Hopefully you're talking to some other people, maybe getting on Skype, getting on the phone. Certainly don't meet with people in person. We don't want to be spreading disease around. But certainly if you need to ask me any questions, that's why I'm here, okay? We're all on call 8 hours a day at least. Quite honestly, I'm probably available more like 12 hours a day, but send me a message. I'll get back to you as quick as I can. If you need me to call, send me a phone number, or maybe we can do some video conferencing. That's something I'm going to kind of toy around with over the weekend as well. Maybe trying to set something up so you can ask questions in person. So those things are all coming up. And I think for now that checks off everything on my list. Again, if you have questions on anything, feel free to ask. And I'll do everything I can to make sure that you're making forward progress. So Monday we'll be moving on to Chapter 7. Certainly if you're trying to get ahead over the weekend, you want to get some things out of the way. Section 7.1 is already posted, and I think I have some videos with that as well. So you actually do have the background to be able to do quite a bit of that if you're looking to work ahead. So for now, that's it, and I'll see you all next week. Have a good weekend.